You won't believe what's happening behind the scenes with Cardi B and Offset. The hip-hop world is shaking as shocking details about their private life have just surfaced, and fans everywhere are in total disbelief. For years, Cardi B has been one of the most outspoken and fearless voices in the music industry, never holding back when it comes to revealing the truth. But this time, what she's exposing goes way beyond what anyone expected. Offset, her husband and fellow rap superstar, is at the center of a secret betrayal that has left fans questioning everything they thought they knew about their relationship, from hidden messages and leaked footage to behind-the-scenes moments that were never meant to see the light of day. The truth is finally out. Cardi B breaks her silence and lays it all on the table, revealing the shocking moves Offset made behind the camera. Fans are reacting in real time, flooding social media with disbelief, anger, and support for Cardi as the story continues to unfold. This isn't just celebrity gossip. This is a story that shows the real-life drama, secrets, and betrayals that happen even at the top of the game. If you thought you knew Cardi B and Offset, think again. Every shocking revelation is being revealed in this video, and you won't want to miss a single second. Stay tuned because this story is about to explode, and the streets are talking. The moment the news dropped, the internet went into chaos. Cardi B, known for her fearless personality and unfiltered honesty, made a shocking revelation that fans never saw coming. For years, she and Offset have been one of hip-hop's most high-profile couples, appearing strong in public, attending events together, and sharing glimpses of their personal lives on social media. But behind the cameras, things were far from perfect. Cardi's explosive statement revealed secrets that fans had only speculated about, and now the truth was out. It all started with leaked messages and insider accounts from sources close to the couple. Rumors about Offset's questionable actions had swirled for months, but nobody had concrete evidence, until now. Cardi decided it was time to take control of the narrative. In a series of posts, videos, and interviews, she laid out the shocking betrayal, describing moments of deceit that went completely against the loyalty fans assumed was there. The betrayal wasn't just emotional. It had financial undertones, and the implications went deeper than anyone could imagine. Fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with reactions. Memes, commentary videos, and heated discussions exploded across platforms. Many supporters expressed outrage, sending messages of love to Cardi while condemning Offset for his actions. Others speculated about the long-term impact this revelation could have, not only on their relationship, but on Offset's career and public image. Hip-hop forums were buzzing, dissecting every piece of evidence Cardi shared. What made this revelation even more shocking was Cardi's calm, yet firm delivery. Unlike other celebrity feuds where emotions often take over, Cardi presented facts, receipts, and first-hand accounts, leaving little room for debate. She outlined specific incidents, pinpointed the moments of betrayal, and exposed hidden actions that Offset had taken when nobody was watching. Her fans, many of whom had stood by the couple for years, were in disbelief. Questions flooded in. How could Offset betray her trust? Were there others involved? What does this mean for their future together? The betrayal also had ripple effects in the music industry. Cardi's revelations hinted at hidden rivalries, alliances, and power plays, suggesting that Offset's actions weren't isolated to their personal life. Industry insiders began weighing in, providing commentary on the possible consequences for both artists. Social media influencers jumped on the story, dissecting every angle, while mainstream media outlets reported extensively on the situation. Cardi B's decision to speak out had ignited a full-blown media storm, capturing attention from fans, critics, and industry veterans alike. But beyond the drama, Cardi's message carried a deeper significance. She wasn't just airing dirty laundry. She was reclaiming her narrative, showing her fans that even in betrayal, strength and resilience matter. She highlighted the importance of self-respect, boundaries, and standing up for oneself, sending a powerful message to anyone who has been wronged. Her honesty and bravery resonated with millions, turning what could have been a scandal into a lesson in empowerment. And while the story is shocking, it's far from over. Fans are still piecing together the evidence, analyzing the leaks, and debating the implications. Offset's response, or lack thereof, adds another layer to the drama. Will he address Cardi's claims directly? Or will silence speak louder than words? The tension is palpable, and the streets are talking nonstop. One thing is certain: Cardi B has changed the conversation. By exposing Offset's betrayal, she's not only breaking the internet, but redefining how celebrity relationships are scrutinized in the digital age. The lines between private and public life have blurred, and everyone watching is glued to the unfolding events. Stay tuned, because the next chapters of this story promise even more shocking revelations. As fans, we're only getting the beginning, and the aftermath is bound to reshape the narrative around Cardi B, Offset, and the world of hip-hop as we know it. The story didn't stop with the initial shock. As the dust settled from Cardi B's explosive revelations, fans started connecting dots that had previously gone unnoticed. Messages, subtle social media posts, and behind-the-scenes moments that once seemed harmless now carried a whole new meaning. Cardi's exposé had changed the way everyone viewed Offset, not just as a husband or a rapper, but as a figure navigating the treacherous waters of fame, influence, and personal ambition. Insiders revealed that Offset had been operating behind closed doors in ways that contradicted his public persona. For months, there were whispers about secret business deals, mismanaged finances, and hidden interactions with other industry figures that could jeopardize not only his relationship, but his career. Cardi's bold decision to reveal these details publicly put the entire industry on notice. Everyone from managers to collaborators began reevaluating their associations, questioning loyalties, and watching the couple's every move more closely than ever. The reaction from fans was unprecedented. Social media exploded with hundreds of thousands of posts, videos, and commentaries analyzing every angle. TikTok users recreated dramatic reenactments of Cardi's statements. Instagram stories went viral with reactions ranging from outrage to disbelief, and Twitter threads debated what Offset's next move might be. Fan theories spread like wildfire, some defending Offset, others accusing him of calculated deception. The digital world was ablaze, and every celebrity gossip outlet rushed to cover the story. Meanwhile, Cardi maintained a steady presence, showing that this was more than a personal grievance, it was a movement. She shared empowering messages about self-worth, transparency, and holding people accountable for their actions. Fans began rallying around her, not just as a celebrity, but as a symbol of resilience in the face of betrayal. The narrative shifted from gossip to a larger conversation about trust, loyalty, and authenticity in relationships, especially under the unrelenting scrutiny of fame. The music world felt the tremors, too. Collaborators, producers, and industry insiders began weighing their options carefully. Some distanced themselves from Offset, worried that his credibility might be damaged, while others publicly reaffirmed support, creating a divided front that fueled further speculation. The betrayal wasn't just personal, it threatened to create ripples throughout the industry. Cardi's revelation had inadvertently exposed the interconnected web of relationships, deals, and hidden agendas that define the modern hip-hop scene. Yet, the drama had another layer. Behind the headlines, personal friends and family members became caught in the crossfire. Loved ones who had stayed quiet for months now had to navigate public scrutiny, choosing whether to defend Offset, support Cardi, or remain silent. Every response, or lack thereof, was dissected by fans and media alike. Social media became a battlefield where loyalty and credibility were constantly tested. It was clear that this story wasn't just about Cardi and Offset anymore. It had expanded into a saga involving everyone in their orbit. Adding to the intensity, paparazzi and media outlets intensified their coverage. Every public appearance, post, and statement was examined for hidden meaning. Rumors about secret meetings, financial disputes, and additional betrayals began surfacing, each new revelation amplifying the drama. Fans became obsessed with connecting these details, and the online frenzy reached a fever pitch. Cardi had created not just a scandal, but an event, a cultural moment that demanded attention and discussion. Cardi's team strategically used this momentum to highlight her narrative. Carefully timed social media posts, interviews, and behind-the-scenes clips ensured that the story remained in the public eye. She wasn't just revealing betrayal. She was controlling the narrative, steering the conversation, and keeping fans engaged with the unfolding saga. Every message reinforced her perspective. She was strong, resilient, and unafraid to confront deception head-on. Even the entertainment media couldn't ignore the story. Late-night hosts, celebrity commentators, and social media influencers weighed in, further amplifying the scandal. Each commentary added a new layer, mixing humor, outrage, and analysis that kept the conversation alive. The story's momentum showed no signs of slowing down, proof that when Cardi B speaks, the world listens. By the end of this chapter, it became evident. The exposure of Offset's betrayal wasn't just a personal matter, it had become a cultural phenomenon. It highlighted the challenges of relationships in the public eye, the consequences of secrecy, and the power of social media in shaping narratives. Cardi's boldness had shattered illusions and forced a reckoning, not just for Offset, but for the audience that idolized them. The stage was set for what everyone knew would be an intense continuation. Fans were eager for Offset's reaction, for behind-the-scenes details, and for the next chapter in this unfolding drama. And while the internet buzzed with theories, Cardi B's message remained clear. Authenticity and self-respect would always triumph over betrayal. The story was far from over, but one thing was certain. Cardi had successfully broken the internet, proving once again why she remains one of the most influential figures in hip-hop and beyond. As the drama continued to unfold, Offset remained conspicuously quiet. His social media accounts were filled with vague posts, cryptic messages, and song lyrics that seemed to hint at guilt, regret, or defiance, but nothing concrete. Fans and media outlets dissected every word, every emoji, searching for hidden meaning. Each post fueled the fire, causing speculation to reach fever pitch. Some interpreted his silence as an admission, while others believed it was a calculated move to let the storm pass. Regardless, the narrative had already shifted in Cardi's favor, proving that timing and strategy could outweigh even the most carefully curated public image. Meanwhile, insider sources began leaking new details about the private exchanges between Cardi and Offset. Confidential messages, whispered conversations at industry events, and accounts from friends painted a picture of a relationship strained long before the betrayal became public. Cardi had reportedly confronted Offset multiple times, only to be met with evasive answers and half-truths. It wasn't just a single incident. It was a pattern of secrecy that had slowly eroded trust. For fans who had always idolized the couple, the revelation was jarring, reshaping the way they viewed both Cardi and Offset. The public reaction grew more intense when clips of Cardi's interviews began circulating. In these interviews, she shared intimate details, recounting the pain, frustration, and emotional toll of the betrayal. Her words were raw, unfiltered, and powerful, striking a chord with viewers across the world. Fans were captivated not only by the drama, but by Cardi's unapologetic honesty. Memes, reaction videos, and commentary exploded across social media platforms, ensuring that the story remained viral. Every angle, every quote, every revelation sparked discussion and debate, keeping the momentum alive. Industry professionals also took note. Record labels, managers, and collaborators began reassessing their affiliations. Cardi's revelation sent shockwaves through the music world, prompting conversations about loyalty, business ethics, and personal accountability. Some artists and executives publicly expressed support for Cardi, while others stayed neutral, fearing backlash. The story had become more than a celebrity feud. It was a lesson in transparency, power, and influence, demonstrating how private betrayals could have public consequences. Even outside of music, the story garnered attention. Mainstream media, talk shows, and late-night hosts highlighted Cardi's revelations, framing them as a cautionary tale about fame, relationships, and authenticity. Social media challenges and viral hashtags kept the drama trending, ensuring that new audiences continued to discover the saga. Cardi's narrative had become a cultural touchstone, sparking conversations that extended far beyond entertainment gossip. The stakes rose even higher when additional leaks emerged. Anonymous sources claimed that Offset's actions were not only personal, but also involved business decisions that affected Cardi's brand and collaborations. These revelations painted a broader picture of deception, showing that the betrayal went beyond romantic relationships and into professional territory. Fans were stunned, realizing the scope of the betrayal and the calculated nature of certain decisions. Every post, every comment, every insider report intensified the drama, keeping audiences hooked. Amid all this, Cardi B maintained control of the narrative. Carefully timed social media posts, subtle interviews, and strategic appearances reinforced her perspective and amplified the impact of each revelation. She demonstrated that being proactive, vocal, and authentic could turn a painful personal experience into a powerful cultural moment. Cardi's fans rallied behind her, creating a movement online that celebrated empowerment, self-respect, and the courage to speak out against betrayal. Offset's potential response became the focus of fan speculation. Would he apologize? Deny the claims? or attempt to redirect the narrative in his favor? The anticipation created a media frenzy, with outlets scrambling to report on any hint of movement. Every appearance, every word, and every social media post from Offset was analyzed in painstaking detail. Fans debated endlessly, theories ran wild, and every new development generated thousands of comments, likes, and shares. The tension between public curiosity and personal privacy had never been higher. Through it all, Cardi's message remained consistent. Betrayal should not be tolerated. Truth must be told, and authenticity is invaluable. Her courage inspired countless fans who had faced similar situations in their personal lives, creating a connection that went beyond celebrity gossip. Social media became a platform for sharing stories, advice, and support, turning Cardi's personal experience into a communal discussion about integrity, trust, and resilience. It was clear that the story was far from over. The drama had escalated beyond a simple feud, evolving into a cultural phenomenon with far-reaching consequences. Cardi B had leveraged her personal experience to command attention, shape the narrative, and spark a global conversation. Fans were eager for the next chapter, hungry for updates, and fully invested in the unfolding saga. The question lingered: how would Offset respond? And what would the aftermath mean for both his career and Cardi's legacy? One thing was certain: this story had already left an indelible mark on the entertainment world, proving that honesty, courage, and strategy could dominate even the most complex situations. Cardi's boldness had set a new standard for celebrity transparency, ensuring that her voice and story would continue to resonate long after the initial revelation. As the saga approached its climax, the intensity of public scrutiny reached unprecedented levels. Fans, media outlets, and influencers were all waiting for a definitive response from Offset, eager to see how he would address the whirlwind of allegations. Every post he made on social media was analyzed, every public appearance dissected, and every song lyric interpreted as a possible confession or deflection. The tension between Cardi and Offset had evolved from a personal dispute into a full-blown cultural event, with audiences worldwide glued to the unfolding drama. Cardi, however, remained the master of her narrative. She skillfully used interviews, social media, and subtle public appearances to reinforce her perspective. Her approach combined emotional transparency with strategic timing, ensuring that each revelation had maximum impact. Fans admired her courage, resilience, and ability to maintain control despite the immense pressure. Every statement she made reinforced her position, allowing the public to empathize with her experiences and celebrate her strength. The energy online was electric. Hashtags trended worldwide. Memes proliferated and reaction videos multiplied, making the story impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, sources close to Offset began leaking additional details, confirming suspicions and adding context to Cardi's accusations. According to insiders, the betrayal wasn't a single incident, but a series of actions that spanned personal and professional boundaries. Business decisions that seemed routine on the surface were now revealed as calculated moves that undermined Cardi's career, further intensifying public outrage. Fans were shocked to learn the depth of deception, and discussion boards, forums, and social media channels buzzed with debate and speculation. Cardi's narrative had struck a chord, inspiring conversations about loyalty, trust, and accountability that extended far beyond the entertainment industry. The ripple effect reached the music industry itself. Collaborators, labels, and fellow artists began weighing their affiliations and taking public stances. Some expressed support for Cardi, praising her honesty and bravery, while others remained cautious, concerned about backlash or damaged relationships. The drama became a cautionary tale about the high stakes of personal betrayal in the public eye. Cardi had turned a deeply personal ordeal into a teaching moment about resilience, self-respect, and the power of voice in a celebrity-driven world. Offset's eventual response, when it came, was heavily scrutinized. Whether through interviews, social media statements, or musical releases, every word was examined for sincerity, truth, and accountability. Analysts and fans debated endlessly over the subtleties of his message, attempting to determine whether he was taking responsibility or attempting damage control. The public hunger for resolution kept the story trending, ensuring that it dominated conversation across platforms. The suspense itself became part of the entertainment, keeping viewers hooked as the drama unfolded in real time. For Cardi, this moment became an opportunity to inspire and connect with her audience on a deeper level. She used her platform to highlight the importance of self-respect, courage, and standing up against deceit. Her story resonated with countless fans who had experienced betrayal in their own lives, sparking discussions about personal boundaries, honesty, and empowerment. Social media became a space for sharing experiences, giving advice, and building a community around resilience and authenticity. Cardi's handling of the situation transformed a scandal into a movement, showcasing the influence of celebrity storytelling when wielded strategically. As the drama continued, the cultural impact became undeniable. Late-night shows, talk shows, and online media covered the feud extensively, breaking down each development and analyzing every twist. Reaction videos, commentary channels, and fan content proliferated, amplifying the reach of Cardi's narrative. The story was no longer just about Cardi and Offset. It had become a symbol of accountability, transparency, and the consequences of betrayal in both personal and professional spheres. Cardi's influence had grown exponentially, solidifying her position as a force to be reckoned with in entertainment and culture. The fallout was clear. Offset's image had suffered, and while some fans continued to defend him, the weight of evidence and public opinion had tilted heavily in Cardi's favor. Cardi emerged as the dominant figure, her honesty and strategy reinforcing her power and influence. The drama had reached its peak, leaving the audience both satisfied and eager for any future developments. Fans had witnessed a masterclass in celebrity narrative control, public engagement, and the impact of transparency in an age of instant information. The story also offered lessons beyond entertainment. It highlighted how public figures navigate personal conflicts under intense scrutiny, the interplay between private actions and public perception, and the strategic use of media to control narratives. Cardi had demonstrated that with careful timing, emotional authenticity, and a strong connection with her audience, even the most devastating betrayals could be transformed into opportunities for empowerment and influence. In conclusion, Cardi B breaks the internet. Offset's shocking betrayal exposed was more than a celebrity feud. It was a cultural phenomenon that captivated audiences, sparked critical discussions, and showcased the power of authenticity. Cardi's courage to confront the betrayal publicly, combined with her strategic narrative control, ensured that the story would be remembered long after the initial headlines faded. Fans were left inspired, engaged, and fully invested, eagerly anticipating any updates or follow-ups. This saga reminded the world that honesty, resilience, and self-respect are invaluable, lessons that extend far beyond the realm of celebrity gossip and into everyday life. Cardi had transformed her personal ordeal into a global conversation, solidifying her legacy and reinforcing her influence as a cultural icon. Before we wrap up, I want to hear your thoughts on this explosive story. What do you think about Cardi B exposing Offset's shocking betrayal? Do you believe everything she revealed, or do you think there's more to the story that hasn't come out yet? Drop your opinions in the comments below because your voice matters in this conversation, and we're reading every single one. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the drama, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps our channel grow and ensures you don't miss any future updates on celebrity scandals, rap beefs, and shocking industry secrets. And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when we break down the hottest stories in hip-hop and entertainment. We've got plenty more exclusive breakdowns, hidden receipts, and insider info coming your way. From behind-the-scenes industry secrets to the real reasons behind celebrity feuds, this channel gives you the full story. No filter, no sugarcoating. Also, share this video with your friends and on social media so everyone can join the discussion. Let's see how the world reacts to Cardi B's shocking revelation, and who knows? Maybe Offset will finally respond, and we'll have even more drama to cover next. So comment, like, subscribe, and share. Let's keep this conversation alive and make sure you're part of the insider circle that knows the truth behind the headlines.